The sword that drank blood. Why no one dares touch it today. There is a sword historians call the Red Fang. It's no ordinary weapon. It shows up in ancient stories, strange murals, and battlefield records over and over again. But here's the strange part. These appearances happen centuries apart. First it was seen in ancient Sumeria, then it turned up in a Roman vault. Later it reappeared during the Crusades, where they called it the Blade of the Drowned King. And the last time anyone reported seeing it? A museum basement in Berlin. The year was 1937. A staff member was cataloging old weapons. He found the Red Fang hidden behind some crates. He cut his finger on the blade while examining it. Nothing major, just a small cut. He was dead in 2 days. No signs of illness, no signs of poisoning, just gone. Medical reports showed nothing, like his body just gave up. Ever since then, every researcher who tried to study the sword has either disappeared or gone silent. Some left behind strange notes. They described terrifying visions, burning fields, kings screaming in agony, and rivers flowing with blood. One even scratched a warning onto his office door before he vanished. It read, "The blade remembers." The sword is unlike anything modern science can explain. It doesn't match any known type of metal. It doesn't rust. It's cold to the touch, colder than anything around it, and no matter how many times it's cleaned, the stain at the tip remains. Human blood, still fresh. Experts tried to test it with magnets. The sword pushed them away violently. Not just a reaction, like it hated being examined. And the longer someone stays near it, the more uneasy they feel. Some get headaches. Some hear whispers. Others start talking in languages no one understands. So what is it? A cursed object? A haunted weapon? There's one theory that scares even the most rational scientists. The sword isn't traveling through time. Time is moving around it. That it doesn't belong to any one place or era. Because it doesn't belong to us at all. It belongs to war itself. Wherever there is conflict, the Red Fang eventually appears. Not in plain sight, but hidden, waiting. Soldiers in World War I told stories of a blade buried in the mud that screamed when touched. A crusader's journal from 1189 described a sword that bled when drawn and drank when sheathed. In every account, the weapon seemed to feed on pain. In every account, those who used it didn't survive long after their final battle. An ancient text found in Mesopotamia refers to a red tooth that hungers for kings. A Chinese scroll from the Han Dynasty describes a blade that appeared in the hands of a general just days before a great massacre. The general was later found dead, his eyes wide open, his mouth filled with blood. And then there's the temple in the Amazon. In 1908, a lost expedition claimed to have found a shrine built around a sword embedded in stone. The locals wouldn't go near it. They called it the Wound of the Sky. The leader of the expedition, a man named Edward Price, managed to remove the sword. He wrote in his journal, "I felt it watching me. I do not know how I know this, but the sword is alive." 3 weeks later, the entire team disappeared. Only the journal was found, wrapped in animal hide and soaked in blood. But there was no sign of a struggle, no bones, nothing. So now, the Red Fang is missing again. No one knows where it is. Some say it's buried in a private collection, others believe it's sealed deep in a bunker somewhere, too dangerous to destroy, too deadly to use. But war is rising again, and with it, the hunger of the blade. What if the Red Fang isn't just a weapon? What if it's a living thing, feeding on violence, waiting for the next hand to pick it up? If you enjoyed this story and want more mysteries, ancient relics, and cursed history, hit that follow button, subscribe, and share this with a friend who loves the dark side of history. You never know what story might be true, because some legends are still waiting to be found.